Hello everybody and good morning. Heading home today. It is Monday, the day after Thanksgiving. We have the Model Y loaded. And who do we have? Luna, Hank. Yeah, they're ready to go home, I think. They've been here for a week with us. We are heading back to North Carolina. All right, here's where we are and here's where we're going. We are headed to the east here on Interstate 40. Normally the nav wants us to go down through downtown onto 24 and around, and as you can see, there's a lot of traffic. So today we're just going to go north here, hook 55, make that 155 down by the airport and head out. We're all loaded up, my wife, the dogs, and we're going to stop and get a Scottish breakfast. We've reset the trip counter now, and it should be 300 and some miles. We've charged to 99% just because I wanted. And a Scottish breakfast. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too long before we see a top-down camera view come out of the Tesla navigation or UI here. As you can see, they've kind of got it now. Here's your EV lesson for today. We are at a state of charge of 98%. And when the battery is so fully charged, there's very little room in the battery for regenerative energy from the motors when I take my foot off the accelerator. So if I take my foot off the accelerator, you see it goes down to that charge limit. Until the battery gets used up a little bit, those dots will stay there, and gradually as I use it, the dots will then get lower and lower and disappear. There's an additional condition that when the battery is very cold, those dots appear from the left also. So you might get that if the battery is very cold, probably near freezing, you'll see those dots creep up from the left. Yes, a Scottish breakfast is awesome. You get a little egg, a little cheese, a little ham on an English muffin. Excellent. Let's do an energy check. It's 85 in the battery. Our arrival now is 22% in the Brookview supercharger, which is the version 3 there in Knoxville. Just driving along here, it's 65% arrival in 103 miles, and the nav came on and said it's rerouting to a less busy supercharger. You don't see that very often, but there are two in Nashville. The Level Road one's 150 kilowatts, while Brookview's 250. So we'll see. We may go on to Brookview just because. Well, we're back to the version 3. Just got rerouted again. Said rerouting to a less busy supercharger. Now, how's that for continuity? We're getting close to Knoxville and the supercharger. 15 minutes or 15 miles here. Just coming into the western side of Knoxville now. It's where Highway 75 meets up with Interstate 40. As we get closer, the battery's now in precondition mode here. We just passed the level road exit to the 150 kilowatt supercharger here in Knoxville on the west side. Next stop is the version 3, almost centrally located, slightly west of downtown, Brookview Center. Final approach to Brookview Supercharger. Yeah, have a look. 14 in the battery and 14 is the prediction.
North Shore Drive.
This is a version 3 8-stall.
Now turn right to stay on Brookview Centerway.
No, we're here. All right, we'll just take the end spot. It doesn't really matter. There's a few customers, a Y and a 3. We'll just grab the end spot here.
Brookview Centerway.
Remember, put the end of those two lines exactly where you want your rear end. And you just keep them right where you want your rear end to be, right in the middle of the spot there. And the car will follow. And there's a bumper here. We'll go back till we hit it, like that. We're here. Yep, we're hooked up here, and low state of charge, 14%. Watch it climb here. We're going to take the dogs for a walk, and then we'll head in for the input. Look at that, 258 kilowatts. That's awesome. All right, we're going to let the car charge. It says 20 minutes to our destination. It's the lobby of the Marriott Hotel right next to the supercharger. Restrooms down there to the right. Yeah, this is the ebb and flow of a supercharger. We arrived with 2 people. Now look, full house. All right, well, there you go. We're got 3 minutes to go and we're out of here. This is a first indeed, with 308,000 of free supercharger miles. It's gone now. First time I paid anything on supercharging other than my Model X and S, which are free. $14.32. Yeah, we've got a little conundrum here in the gorge, working on something. This is the one we actually had to drive around. It was backed up so far before. I think they've improved it, hopefully. Doesn't look very long, maybe a mile long or something. Yeah, we just got through our own construction. Look at this. Poor people. man, I hate this. I'd go way out of my way if I didn't have to do all this stop and go traffic, and I've done it. We've made it to Hendersonville, North Carolina, which is about 15 miles north of where I live. We're meeting Richard today for late lunch. Haven't seen him in a week. He's been shooting his shotgun and been doing pretty well. Anyway, we're going to go grab a little bite to eat with Richard and possibly his wife, Annie. We had an awesome lunch. Haven't had good Mexican food this trip yet. Anyway, just had lunch with our friends Annie and Richard. Now we're heading home. All right, good lunch. Yes, we have 10% or 31 miles left. And that's plenty. I think home is maybe 15. Yeah, I set the navigation for the house. Reports 3% upon arrival. And no problem. But green is good here, going down a grade. Man, it must be Tesla day. Second Tesla, and that's a white Model Y, just like this one. As we follow this other Model Y, look at the size difference between different things. We just passed this Jeep here. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than this thing on the right. What's that? Honda? No. Toyota. Highlander, yeah. BMW, it's way bigger. It's almost as big as that red pickup truck in front of it. There's a little parallax there, but it's okay. Just amazing me how large the Model Y is. It's so roomy inside, and it's not full of useless stuff like gas tanks and engines and things. We'll go down the road here and check out some other stuff he passes. Yeah, check it out. Regen time. Yeah. All right, downhill. I love it. He's passing this pickup truck here. Just abreast of it there now. Yeah, look at the size difference between that and whatever this is here on the right. Some kind of SUV looking thing. The Model Y is wider and taller by a slight amount. Gives you a lot more passenger room inside. And we're about at our off-ramp here. Yeah, it's amazing the size of the Model Y. Black car, which is about the same size as the Model Y, is a Ford, I think. Explorer, maybe. We'll find out here in a minute. Ford? No, it's a Jeep is what this is here. Yes, sir. We made it home. Yeah, the battery is low. This is a message you get, by the way, when you drive it down to a point where it's very low. We're at a whopping 3%, or you miles, folks, 10 whole miles. This whole 1 week trip, remember we left on Saturday and we came home on Sunday, which is today. We drove 342 miles. That includes messing around a little in Nashville. Burned up 109 kilowatt hours of energy and 318 watt hours per mile. Now, this is the very first trip I actually have to pay for supercharging since the end of my 308,000 free supercharger miles. I tried to use them all, but absolutely no way I could do that. Last charge stop to here is 159 miles right here. And 48 kilowatt hours to get to the house, and we're at 3%, so it costs $14 to get from Knoxville to here, I have to check, but I think it was pretty close to 40 some kilowatt hours put into the battery for $14. 342 miles in a week messing around here in the Model Y. Got a trip scheduled in a few weeks back to Nashville, believe it or not. Should be interesting. If you like today's video, go ahead and click the like, and if you would, please subscribe. You know, I'd certainly appreciate it. There is a lot of stuff coming up now that I'm back home. Thanks for watching. I'll look for you in the next videos, and take care.